And that's the kind of thing it takes if you want to get top 3. You need to be able to get creative, you need to be able to adapt, come up with new stuff and execute it properly. And well, Chalice has definitely had some great Darkseer performances in the past, so he's no stranger to this hero. We were considering Batrider as well, similar to BSJ. We were talking about how that could also be a Chalice option. But they do want to have the better scaling teamfight aura carrying offlaner. And it's going to be the exact same lane as Liquid played last game.
I'm loving this between Mind Control and Xnova. If it's a dodger round to get the 3rd bounty rune for Team Liquid, Xnova will TP out. Mind Control will get a little extra information for that one. And we have ourselves not an aggro tri lane. FY, Rubik back again. We'll be down on the bottom lane to work with Mind Control, but Weeha, it's already opening up strongly from Somnus. Burn the Mango. Don't care about the souls at the very beginning. Let's just beat the crap out of Weeha, who went side plates first, while Kuro, top lane, drops insanely low. And this ET Spirit, it loves defensive tri lanes.
He paid respect to Miracle there. He was worried about getting run down. Okay,
Here's your blast again. You have the Ether Shock, heavy amount of damage. Chalice, low on life this time around. He's not playing a hero with a huge stomp. He's got a hero with a huge amount of damage. Xnova just stands his ground and wants to keep fighting. Ether Shock's coming off cooldown in a second. Chalice hanging around, but Miracle, he's got another Rainfire Blast to work with, and Xnova will be brought down. Miracle in the safe lane is able to get first blood. And I look towards his offlaner. That's Mind Control. Got himself a creep wave and a half. He's loving this. He's even going to drag it as far safe as possible because Ame is trying to bring his own creep wave and a half over. But the two shall not combine.
This is a lot of experience for MC. He's going to be grabbing it now. FY is doing the best he can to harass, but he will not be successful in forcing Mind Control away from this wave.
Problem is Mind
Control
can't hold it between the towers, which is probably what he wanted to do. Just change the momentum of the wave. Ame has 3 waves on bottom lane. He's got 5-3 CS right now, but there's a lot more sitting down there waiting for him.
Yep. Now he needs to make sure he doesn't miss too many CS in the tower, but this is a very experienced carry player. They never miss CS.
Don't put that no. These guys are under enough pressure, Synderen. God, Weeha. Burning Sounds once again, 15-5.
He missed one.
That's a 7-0.
Sorry.
Such it.
Still all right, though. But yeah, clearly the big winner so far is Miracle. He got the first blood on the Wraith King, so he's that bit ahead. Looking good on the CS as well.
I'll say it'd feel very good for maybe. LGD were very confident having him in the lane. In fact, he gets a regeneration rune in the bottom river to boot. That's even better for him. But we've also seen Weeha having to play up against a Huskar, gone jungle, slow recovery, wait for the right time to fight. And how do those fights actually look? The laning phase, it can be a little bit more passive for the moment after the first blood. How's the team fight meant to look if you're looking for the best one here from LGD?
I mean, the dream is obviously a vacuum into ET Stomp or vacuum into Chrono, right? You have a couple of plays that revolve around this vacuum, but there's no clear, easy initiation apart from landing a Chronosphere, and at this level of play, it's hard to get good ones out of those. So that's definitely something LGD will have to think about. Maybe you go Euls on SF.
How do they play around things like the Winter's Curse?
Yeah, it's tough. I think the Winter Wyvern pick in this game is excellent, and you have to find either a solution where you get on the Wyvern or you have so much magic damage that whoever you Chrono ends up dying even through Cold Embrace. That's something Shadowfiend is good at doing, at the very least. But it is definitely
imagine position.
I'd say level of execution required from LGD in this game. This is the hardest lineup to play that they've picked in this lower bracket final.
Xnova dragging the creep wave. GH doesn't want anything to do with this. Be put to sleep quickly. Kuro is making his way over to Chalice. I'm seeing Shackles available because the stomp's been used by Xnova. Miracle can come over as well. He'll create the army of the minions, and Chalice wants to surge himself away. But it's already too late. Miracle finds the kill. There's a huge army coming his way too. Kuro, no other control, but down on bottom lane. The Tidehunter will go down as well. Is there another stun? There is. Miracle chalks up another one. 3 in total.
We should, however, remember that this is a tri-lane. We've seen this multiple times now by Liquid, where they start with a tri-lane, they get a couple of kills, but their supports need to be able to find levels afterwards, and you would imagine they don't stay as 3 up here much longer. Maybe GH is going to rotate and sit mid while TA plays mid. I think that would be a really good, or plays jungle. It would be a really good solution to just get GH some good levels onto that Wyvern.
Nice dodge of the Stomp from GH, found that small little area. Go instantly into the Arctic Burn. Kuro does have shackles available. Love how they're actually dragging the camp around the side, so if Nova wants to try and fight this, it's still going to be a little bit more difficult.
Is that 2 for 2 runes?
Seems to be.
I'm only seeing 3. Did one get destroyed? I guess a rune got destroyed, right?
FY, GH, Kuro all picked up 1. Yeah, that's kind of it. Chalice just walks away on the top lane.
They're pinging out the ward.
Yeah.
They know it's got to be there.
Like, who can reach the high ground? You need GH to go up in 5 seconds time, and then they can get rid of Nexnova. Like, you could try and protect this. Up he goes. Instantly munches on the tango. I say it's efficiency, but GH is pretty much at full. So he'll take some tower damage for it. Want to keep my eyes also on bottom lane. Time locks begin. Mind Control's in a little bit deep. FY, he just has to hold the telekinesis. Mind Control can anchor smash and try and walk it off. You already see him buying up his items. I think he knows he's kind of dead, but you've already used telekinesis. There's no TP scroll available. They're bringing in the Elder Titan as well. I think they've realized they need more to kill off this Tidehunter. The ET Stomp will connect, and they're trying to not all get hit by the anchor smash. And finally, it looks like they'll bring down the Watermelon. Finally, jump forward, quick style, Mind Control, one more, told them into the trees. He's gonna blend, he's green, he can hide.
Yay! That was probably not worth it. But at some point, the human element kicks in and you're like, we can't just kill this guy. But that took so long. I think Ami lost a full creep wave at the tower. They forced a rotation from the Elder Titan.
Somnus,
GH.
in that last raid. Oh, just out of range. Juking left and right. Gets away. It's a little bit of a problem for Somnus. He'll make up for it by farming up the camps. Mihal was pushing the mid lane, but FY is here to soak up some XP, and my god, does he need it. Level 2, 7 minutes in. Same for Xnova. You talk about the problems coming in for the Team Liquid supports having to be in these tri-lanes. It seems like also LGD's cause having a hard time getting some levels while we are running down FY underneath the tower. Refraction charges aren't up, but he won't need them. FY 4 hits and he gets the kill. Xnova thought he could just get the spirit out, but there was no time for a stomp. No time for anything. Somnus rotation, Chrono on bottom. It's time for 1 raise, 2 raids, and then 3 raids. That's how we count. We this is how we kill. Underneath the tower. FY again. You thought you were back. Ooh. But you're hell back.
That is really bad news. TPing back into dying instantly. Once again, Elder Titan not in a position to help. Weehaw just goes for it. It's kind of almost reckless play, really paying off for him.
And that's a really dangerous hero to start feeding kills to.
Absolutely. He's going to even start damaging the tower right now.
Like, Weehaw had to work to get his Desolator in the last game. He's now 8 minutes in, got the double Wraith Bands plus the Power Treads, and now he's looking towards picking up the double Mithril Hammers to finish the job. Miracle in the meantime, going to take that tier 1 tower up on top, while FY, well, Kuro, how's it look up there? Anyone else actually have a stun? No. Wow, we found the Arteezy counter. They're still going on mid. Weehaw, I don't know how aggressive you can be when Somnus is back in the lane. Somnus building for early drums too. Big combat style build. They already found their 1 kill with the Chronosphere on bottom lane. But is this going to be possible again? Mind Control is getting very close to his level 6. Wraith King currently holding the point in case he needs the reincarnation. So once you blow everything you got from LGD, I'm wondering how you get the sustain. Is it a combat style physical damage build here from the SF? Just become that huge hit of like the Faceless Void?
I'm curious too. SF is a weird hero. You can go different builds and they can all work in the right scenarios, but a lot of the times I feel like the physical build kind of falls flat because you get outscaled by other physical heroes, or if you get caught by stuns, you don't really get to stand and deliver, so you'd rather be a little bit on the outskirts of the fight, throwing raises and casting spells.
They're going after FY, the shackles around, just hold him, and I'll kill him. Weehaw, now his 3rd kill of the game.
On Rubik.
4
Three in a row in the same spot.
And Miracle's going to come to help out. 4 points up in the Mortal Strike. He's looking for a little bit more. Look how aggressive Kuro is getting. He's like, I have 2 Observer Wards. How do we feel about this game? I feel like I can put an Observer Ward between the Tier 2 and Tier 3 tower. That's how I feel about this game. And then he dodges the Sentry Ward that FY throws down to get rid of the TA traps. Chrono catching out to TP support. Where is it going to come? Arme starts beating into Weeha, but refraction charges are up. You've already got the kill over the Winter Wyvern. GH is down for the moment, but Arme with no Chronosphere. Maybe the Stock can buy a little bit more space. Liquid, they're moving out to the east, but Mind Control. 4-5-man Ravage. He hits the whole kit and caboodle as LGD. Arme has to time walk himself away. They're back up to the Tier 1 tower, but they all get hit by the side blade. Now you're 8-5 plus. Over was FY. He was meant to be surged away to try and save him. The stomp. Everyone goes back napping again as X-Nova runs north. He was the culprit of the mass sleep of Liquid, but they still lose the Tier 1 tower. They're getting kills, they're getting farm. Also, forgot to flag Miracle, 9.5 minutes in, finish that hand of Midas over on the Wraith King. Now #1 in the net worth.
Liquid are in an awesome position already. When you get ahead against Shadow Fiend and you take his tower this early, the map just opens up. And Shadow Fiend is one of those heroes where dying just feels so bad. Not only do you die, you lose half your souls. You're a kind of snowball-oriented hero, so these kills almost feel like you're getting 2 kills every time. And Liquid, they don't necessarily have to keep up a super fast pace because
they can.
They can with Wraith King, but if his ulti gets popped and they need to chill for a bit, it's not even that bad of a disaster. They're still looking great on farm. They have good skilling heroes.
It's just the timings of all these crazy items from Team Liquid. Like Miracle, yeah, I said 9.5 minutes in, he got the hand of Midas. He's now, with the killing of this tower, moved up to 2.1k towards buying that very early Radiance. The Desolator from Weeha is coming on the Courier in just a second once it goes back and picks it up from the stash. But there's still a 12-minute Desolator from the Templar Assassin. Hell, even GH is thinking all he need to do is get a Blink Dagger so I can actually get a Winter's Curse, sit at the back lines, able to change that fight up. LGD had 5 heroes practically holding hands. Even with the noise that comes from this crowd, they'll still be able to hear each other there they were that close. Bottom lane, where's your jump? They need to start with the Shackles. Arme's going to come a little bit further out. FY's nearby, good time walk away. FY's hoping for a nice steal, and he can always get one from the Wraith King. But he won't get it here. So Deso is done. If you're Liquid, do you think you could force Roshan this early on once Ravage is up in 20 seconds? Is this something you want to do with the TA and Wraith King?
I like the sound of it. I think, yeah. Use the Deso, use the Skeleton.
He's already there.
Use the Serpent Wards. Why not? It's a really good move and a good timing. You're feeling way stronger than LGD.
There's no danger from the Requiem. X-Nova is a little bit further away. The level 5 ET doesn't even have split up, but the Chronosphere from Arme, he's on the wrong side of the map. Now they TP to the Tier 2 tower. How fast does Roshan die? It doesn't look like fast enough with Mind Control. He's hiding in the tree lines. Here comes the ET Stomp. Chalice moves forward, creates the wall. Roshan's already down to 1/3. And SF, Somnus. You do not want to play around a cluster position. Winter Wyvern with that curse can cause a lot of problems. The Weeha wants to go back in again. Arme is wrapping around the back. They've both got fantastic dance taunts. Yeah, you just spit on the spot, boys. Now, Chronosphere caught the nice target. Weeha in the back line. Ravage, however, from Mind Control, creates space, and Weeha turns onto Arme, kills him off so quickly. They can 3-5 blasts on a Chalice. He's got nothing more to give. Surge is coming off cooldown. The Hex, the Mass Serpent Ward. Kuro trapped him off. What goes on is going to be the Shackle. The Curse is out. The killing of Somnus. Unwillingly with the Anchor Punch from Mind Control. All the damage is gone from Liquid. It's all there from Liquid. FY will fall. Chalice was able to run back to the shrine, but what started off will now be finished. Team Liquid, 14 minutes into this game, will claim the first Roshan in what has to be one of the biggest games here at TI9, playing for that final spot in the grand final. Liquid have been there before, they want to be there again. And Aegis into Weeha.
And it all starts with Arme thinking he can kill the TA with Ion Shell on top of himself, but it wasn't enough with the Ravage coming in. We're seeing it right here. He even gets a couple of good bashes, but that Ravage from Mind Control, turning everything around, giving Weeha the time to get off a Mel. And they have just enough damage too to make sure Void dies. And this Shadow Fiend movement, I feel like at this point you just got to cut your losses. This fight is over. Yep. You lost your carry, you lost your big team fight ulti. You're running into 4 heroes that still have a lot of stuff to bring. The Wraith King is just way stronger than you right now. And
even
that fight
question where
played itself.
you question like where the fight is. Like Faceless Void is so far north.
Yep.
He's battling not just at the northern rune, he's battling on the high ground north of that rune.
If any
The
one of
SF
his
couldn't get
teammates,
close.
if any one of his teammates could connect, that's a kill on TA. But it was only the Darkseer Ion Shell that he had to work with. Nothing else was helping out, and that's just not enough.
Ame jumps away, the fortification just being burnt to keep the tier 1 tower alive on top. Miracle's getting a trade-off on bottom lane. The army of the dead are fighting for Aragon. The tier 2 tower. It's going down quickly. Mass Serpent are off court in 18 seconds time. And this actually, like, if you had like a heat map of Weeha, I don't think he's even had to leave this mid lane. It's just forever keeping the pressure on, always making LGD play on their side of the river. There will be a nice item coming in soon for LGD. The BKB is approaching for the SF. Oh my god, that win probability. 11 or 13%, a small adjustment. But it's still a great position for Liquid.
It feels like it was about the same that we had last game for LGD that time around. So you never know, but absolutely, LGD are in a really, really good position here. They're going to try to go for mind control.
Maybe they can get this with the 3 heroes. Wind up, let it go! The curse! GH was there! He'll stop the ball, the BTS, that mind control! It's the Ravage, and everyone has arrived! Team Liquid! Woo!
They're getting desperate, Toby. That's a desperate play. They're going on a tide next to his tier 2 tower. They're hoping to start it with a stomp into Requiem next to a tier 2 tower.
And Chalice won't even get away from this one. He came for the rune. Weeha grabbed it, was the invis. He didn't need it. You definitely saw that one. The panel was saying maybe LGD learned from the last international TI8 Grand Final. They were so close. The resolution, the steal had to be there. FY, pick him up. You've got something to work through. There's a Sentry Ward up the town, so FY can't hide and meld. But LGD, they have to steel themselves. GH, like, come on! Come on!
And this tier 2 tower is done. LGD, what's your play? You've got to try to do something with the chrono. I think just chilling and farming is not on the... It's not on the table. You can't do it. You're losing all your map control. Liquid is going to take easy control of minimum 2 lanes. They're taking all towers. They're going to start invading your jungle if you don't make any move yourself. And you know you can fight without Ravage right now. This could be a possible opportunity. SF has a decent amount of souls. Liquid just going to go Hydron right now.
Yep, massive down from Kuro. The push on bottom lane, you don't fear it, but now you may have to. Somnus, how much damage can you get out? Miracle already starts over on the Faceless Void. The stomp is good. Is there going to be any kind of split to follow this up? For the moment, Weeha trapped on the sidelines. They take out the tier 3 tower. Baby getting away. A time dilation. Weeha, the cold embrace from GH. He'll hug his core close, but it's still not enough to stop the Aegis Immortal from going. But the ET splitter very much off target. Miracle's ready to go again. He's looking to jump into the back lines, but Templar Assassin never got the shields up. The curse is out. Faceless Void with the Anchor Smash. Actually, it's maybe enough with the gush. Reduce the armor. So Ame falls down to the rest of his team. So it'll still be a 1-for-1 trade-off with the tier 3 tower going the way of Liquid. They can look to Shrines now.
That looks scary for Liquid for a second. With TA dying twice like this, if Ame doesn't walk back into his team and get cursed like this, they could have maybe snowballed that fight and things could have gotten really, really scary. But quick curse from DH identifies the play, and the gush was actually necessary. That is not a kill without the gush. Even though it's a level 1, the -4 armor was the difference maker there to get that kill. And they're going to take the Shrine. They're not going to make the LGD mistake from the last game of letting this be here. Nope. Straight down it goes. They also have really good heroes for it. Wraith King is one of the best heroes in the game at taking Shrines like this because a lot of extra damage, low commitment, and it's gone.
This is nice from Somnus, finally having that BKB. But it feels like Weeha's damage is getting more and more out of control. He's working his way in to his own BKB. But the Blink Dagger has arrived on mind control. Blink, Ravage is up. Somnus is farming the lane. They'll be very happy. They'll have to get the instant stun because they know the BKB's there. So jump up. They'll bait out the BKB. How much damage have you got with the Splinter Blast? Somnus. Ooh, boy. That's still your 10-second BKB being committed. And what did Liquid use?
3 seconds later, they would have had a curse.
Ame goes towards the mid. FY would get the Hellfire Blast. Wraith King, he's still got the second life. Turns around, tries to do a little bit of return damage into Ame. Who will just time walk it off. They slow down as Liquid look for the right opportunity to jump. With Blink Daggers and all these cores, there's always an opportunity. Chrono's on cooldown for another 18 seconds. That's why Liquid are looking for this opportunity.
Look how good vision they have right now. They have this half circle basically drawn outside of the LGD base, so no matter which exit they take, they will be in vision unless they smoke. This is how you corner the map. When you've taken all the tier 2 towers, you want to try to ward similar to this pattern, so the enemy team is just feeling completely locked down. And you will get out farmed. And there's no obvious light at the end here for LGD to just wait for that will turn everything around. It's like, oh, when we get this item on Void or this item on Shadow Fiend, we can turn everything around. Liquid is going to outscale you just because they get more farm. Like, their matchups are not bad enough that you can feel happy with being in this state.
The crazy thing is too, like, yeah, items are up, but for BKB, but you're right, the Blink curse is now there for GH. How to even reach into the back lines to find him? Like, there's so many Blink Daggers, and you're even saving an Arcane Rune. You asked for it in Game 2, Sin. You get it here in Game 3. The bottle on a core, the Arcane Rune. Mind Control even bought it after he saw the Arcane Rune.
Yep. Wants to save it for the fight.
Charles is a little bit out. The only person who doesn't have that Blink Dagger to catch up is Kuro. And with 4 Blink Daggers on Liquid, they can just reposition that team so quickly. And all LGD can do is hide inside the base, but the longer they do this, the bigger the advantage gets for Team Liquid. Of course, Templar Assassin's already burned the Aegis Immortal. Roshan may respawn in 45 seconds time. But even then, LGD will need probably the most glorious Chronosphere of all time.
There's the smoke.
But who do they get? Mind Control's nearby. He's going to reveal himself for a moment. They have to commit everything if they want him.
Oh,
he just blinks away.
They wanted to throw the Spirit out to break the Blink Dagger and then go in with Void, but it jumps out just in time. Sixth Sense.
And Weeha instantly hits into the melee, racks up on top. Not exactly the most sustained damage you'll ever get, because it may regen through it. So Roshan will find the timer in 5. How about Mind Control? Yeah, I dodged the gank. I'll just stay down here now.
Yeah.
They're not going to smoke out at me. Roshan's going to be just over a minute. So you won't have to wait that long.
It feels like Liquid is gaining 500 gold more per minute than LGD right now, if you look at it.
Darkseer, he searched himself forward. Does he have Somnus is nearby?
And this is not even counting bounty runes. They will be in 3 minutes. If LGD don't get out, they're going to lose 4 bounties as well. So there will be another move from them, guaranteed. But is it going to be before the bounty runes or around the exact time of the bounty runes? Do they want to try to get control first? See, they're feeling very, very scared here. There's not barely any movement.
They need something, Sind.
They really do need something. And this smoke bottom was something, but it failed. You've got to try again. If this is their last smoke, though, they might want to save it for a potential Roche fight or bounty rune fight.
Liquid are coming under the cover of smoke. FY is coming out for rune control. It's almost a little bit closer. FY, fantastic grab. Throws it back with the Ravage Bend from Mind Control. Clipping over on 3. The Darkseer can't help. He had mech, but even then, you weren't getting away from Liquid. Rubik dead for 30 seconds. And I gotta tell you, the big man's alive.
That could be an opening for LGD, though. I think that's not too bad. No Ravage for 2 minutes. You can think about trying to go and contest the Roshan now if Liquid start opening it.
Liquid are taking Shrines instead. The TA is down on bottom lane. And while she's showing, LGD know that no Roshan's happening. Maybe this is really smart as well from Team Liquid. Like, why give them the opportunity? You own the map.
Yeah.
You own the farm.
They absolutely don't have to do it.
But unless you feel totally confident at this, which right now, they're not. Wraithing's going back up to farm a little bit longer. The Assault Cuirass is done in 400 gold. They can wait out these next item timings. It's a Bloodthorn build for Weeha as his item choice. Tide's building up Pipe for the team, trying to gain a large portion of that magical damage of LGD. As you said, like, if the Chronosphere hits, you need that magical pop to get the kill. LGD come over, but Team Liquid get the perfect scan. And while we may have changed the sides of the river, it still is the same. Liquid know where LGD is. LGD has a pretty damn good idea where Liquid is. In fact, they're grouping up for another 5-man smoke.
They want to fight for the runes.
It's going to be 4. GH wasn't included. They could slip inside of Roshan here. under the cover of the Observer Wards, but if they battle for the rune, where's the opening? There's no dire vision up on the hillside. And the ET Spirit starts to scout. Looking towards Roshan. Miracle, the smoke's going to break over on him. He's underneath the Observer and Sentry. They know it. Arme, as well as Somnus, they're waiting in the tree lines. Somnus, is there a wind-up? Arme, wait, he jumped so far away, but the target he wanted was Kuro, the Shaman. He's protected. GH got the cold embrace up. It's a totally wasted Chronosphere. Weeha, he needs to move a little bit closer to get this catch over towards X-Nova. He's been that range control. Maybe Kuro will go down. The Darkseer illusion, nope, taken care of by Mind Control. And X-Nova, the Mel Strike with the DD rune is way too much. The Gush and the TA trap, he can't survive that. ET is down.
What happened? LGD had perfect vision of these heroes walking in, and Ame just jumped across and sold his Shadow Fiend.
And he wanted to go. He wanted to go for the Shaman. Like, that was the primary target at the beginning.
The problem is, I don't even know. Like, these two heroes that walk up, if he chronos them, I also don't think you win that fight because your team is already separated.
Here we go.
Here. So they walk in. The two heroes he's going to see now that he can chrono are Tide and TA. If he chronos them, they're going to get saved by Cold Embrace, and he's going to get cursed. So the play kind of doesn't even exist to begin with. Void has to try to find Wyvern, but can't do it. GH has perfect positioning, and that was just doomed to fail from the beginning. Liquid now get the Roshan for free.
Took that entire fight without Ravage too, Team Liquid. It's up and ready to go. Curse is available. And with the Aegis, the Immortal, both are in the hands of Weeha. He's got the money in just a couple of cams' time to get that Orchid flying out in the Courier. But I got a funny feeling he might want to give that cheese over to somebody else. Either that or he's going to be the Immortal TA. Here comes Liquid through the bottom lane. Top tier 3 tower has already been taken, but it looks like they'll look for another one on bottom. No Chronosphere for 28 seconds. And is the biggest opportunity Team Liquid will probably have with the Immortal. Drop the Observe Ward, that won't last long. But whoever comes out, they know. Alright, can I get this? No, I can die. The Ravage will connect. 3 heroes caught. Instant death for Ame. And instant buyback as well. The Mass Serpent Wards will be triggered. All of this for a dire Observe Ward, which not only now gets Quelling Bladed down. Chalice, back, ball, able to catch up to the ET. Someone's well getting good control. But the Curse, Shadow Fiend, trapped inside this wall for the moment. Weeha's picking up the backlines. Now Somnus, so much of that BKB was wasted by the Curse that Weeha and Mind Control. They're all jumping in. The Chrono is huge. It's called out 3 with the ET splitter. Ame needs more damage alpha, but maybe they've got it underneath the tower. The Cold Embrace Weeha, they only get the Aegis of the Immortal. More must be gathered from LGD to defend this base. But Liquid, keep on fighting, keep on pushing. The jump forward, the back into the wall. Kuro's gonna be careful, he's dropping low. Same with Weeha, doesn't have the Aegis Immortal this time. Chalice eats a shot from Kuro, will kill him off, but the revenge is there. Weeha will fall, and Liquid, have you overcommitted right now? Miracle's trying to run out of here. The Splinter Blast, it's good damage, you'll slow him down. Reincarnation comes, Kuro's trying to get back in. The Anchor Smash with the wind-up, it's good damage, as well as the sleep. But now Miracle, has he got enough? 5 heroes, Chalice is back to the front lines. Liquid, they're on the ropes, they're running out of here. You've got finally a death, but it's Somnus, killed off by Mind Control. Miracle will finally be brought down when the Anchor Smash from Mind Control. He thinks about fighting a little longer. GH, this fight's gone so long, the Kuro has not only fought back, he's managed to walk his way back into the fight with the shackles. Arme's held, FY, he's actually able to help create the space, but it's the Darkseer doing it. Chalice, Splinter Blast flies, the mech charges back up once more, but so is the Curse from GH. Without the TA in the rating, it does feel like this push is dead from Liquid, but they still want to keep on fighting anyway.
It's a crazy hold from LGD, and they get a huge reward, 1K gold. They had to spend so many buybacks on this. It felt like it was actually only 2.
It was the Darkseer and the Faceless Void who had to buy back. It didn't get caught up in the team fight recap because that fight literally lasted 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, but it's because it's 2 cores. It's actually not that many buybacks, but it's 2 of the richer heroes in the game. And the return kills that they get, they're nice, but you gotta have to find more than that if you're LGD. But you just have to settle, right? That was pretty much the best possible outcome in that situation for them.
Weeha sees the camping farmed. He just wants to jump over on FY.
He's gotta be careful.
He does. And so they look towards the bottom lane. Elder Titan, Fresh Medallion, Weeha just slightly misblinks. Thought X-Nova would hang out a little longer, but thanks to their sentry. Goodbye Obs and sentry of LGD.
Well, Liquid can try to push again whenever they feel like. They can wait for key item. Wraith King's close to BKB.
Oh, mind control. He's got Nimbus Root. He's going to walk right on top of Arme. Get some good information. They didn't have an observe ward around here, but Arme, you just feel the fear, man, as time walks away.
He saw him on the sentry.
Oh, yes, inside the trees.
He has an ob sentry there, so. Oh well, he only needed a sentry, right? Because he had vision already.
Still works.
4 bounties though for Liquid. LGD cannot realistically leave their base and fight for these right now. They're too far behind. Maybe needs to regain souls. He's working on that right now. He's close to a butterfly. He is full on committing for the right-click build. But he's so far behind. He's a Shadow Fiend that's 4.5k behind. That's not how this hero is played. It needs to be ahead or at least tied to feel strong in the game. And they're going to need to rely on Liquid pushing and getting this amazing counter engage again once the BKBs are out.
Liquid are coming. 4-man smoke up. Rubik's going to show himself for a moment. Ravage is ready for mind control. Miracle's holding back just a little bit, but here comes his BKB on the courier. That should not be taken by... Oh, yep. Miracle's actually just walked off. Weeha's run in. A little bit of a split up of the cause here of Team Liquid, but Weeha with a double damage room feels confident enough, going up for the melee racks. Mass 7 Wars can change their focus, battling through the backdoor regeneration. Miracle will come and join in. The melee racks will fall, and LGD, they have the combination ready. They just don't want it. Not against that DD of TA.
It's always hard when the best play is to just watch your racks die. But I don't know. I think they have to try to get this butterfly at the very least, which the Kerr is flying out for, and then maybe you can find a jump. It feels so difficult because you don't really have any low commitment fight starters, right? You can try a Rubik lift, which exposes FY to get killed because he has no defensive items. Or you can just jump in and chrono. But that's almost impossible when all you see is this one TA. You jump chrono him, instant cold embrace and a curse. You jump and try and chrono the backline, you have no idea where they are. They're either smoked or hidden behind the high ground. So the options, there's like no good option right now for LGD, but at some point you have to pull the trigger and go for it.
Arme. He's already time walked into the tree lines. Mind control is going to find him over on the corner. Kuro's moving in too. He'll be in range for the Hex, but Arme jumps away. Mind control. Arme. Chrono defensively. There's illusions of doing some damage into Kuro, but Chrono is now down for 2 minutes.
Liquid can go high ground mid right now. They have 40 seconds on the Shaman Serpents, so it will be really good timing when they get to mid. And yeah, you don't get the kill there, but the Chrono is... It's not as good as a kill, but it's pretty close. The Void can't contribute that much in the fights. If he jumps in, Mantis diffuses someone, they're going to turn on him right away and he'll be forced out. He has to leave the fight if he can't chrono people.
Here comes Liquid. Bloodthorn is over on the Templar Assassin. Weeha. Practically James Bond. A license to kill, a license to dive. And Somnus is presenting himself quite nicely. He doesn't really want him, though. He wants the back line. He's looking towards Chalice. And now, well, you do have the illusions of the Darkseer wall appeared. The range rack stops a lot of damage, but the bottom lane's still pushing in too. They've got a catapult wave. LGD beset upon on all sides. Somnus continues to show himself.
Is Core going to use the snakes? Yes,
he does. They're committed down. X-Nova putting Miracle to sleep. Weeha jumps in. It's very hard into the SF. Still has his BKB back, but there's no wall. There's no follow-up. And back is a long cooldown time. 30 seconds at level 4. Now they don't have their team fight control. Not to mention they don't have Chronosphere anyway. 35 seconds before it's up. And once again, this feels like the best opportunity is no opportunity. LGD just had to be in the tier 4 towers and hope Liquid overcommit. But Weeha, combining with the Master Serpent Wards of Miracle, claim their second melee racks. He wants the range too. The blink away. They look towards Roshan. The timer is now up just over 2 minutes. And Liquid, they will be methodical about this. They are so far ahead. They have all the map control. And the onus is on LGD to do something. And maybe not. Miracle, he jumps in. Somnus explodes! You thought Liquid were gone. You thought you could breathe for a second. Now SF's down and he has buyback available. And if he doesn't commit it, they're up against Megas. Even if he does commit it, they're probably up against Megas. Arme has the Chronosphere available. Liquid, they smoke up themselves. They were in range of that Radiant Orbs, however.
They want to blink Ravage the SF and end the game if they can. if Somnus gives them even a moment of opportunity, they're going to pounce on it, and the game will be over.
All eyes on Somnus.
Super careful.
They see him. They're slipping in.
Yep, Miracle's coming in through the bottom. He will have a line to jump here.
Somnus, there's your jump. Miracle. Oh, no, you got the BKB up from Somnus. Miracle almost baiting it with this initial reincarnation. They burn through the BKB. Mind Control put to sleep for the moment. Thanks to the ET Stomp. That BKB is down to 6 seconds and it's down for a minute. But it's 35-minute bounty runes. There's more money to be had. Maybe they can get a kill over on Kuro. Back in again. Chronosphere's available. The Hex over on Chalice. Curse is out from GH. Space to be created, but remember Mind Control. He wants to try and find Somnus instead. He'll just get the huge ravage. Void's already down. Dark Gear is trapped. The mech is up, but he's already down. See the flash of green light as Miracle stares into Charles' eyes and just ends him. Ame wants something back. Weeha able to actually now be chroned up. BKB trying to protect him. GH doesn't have that save. Been through the Winter's Curse, but he's gone through the Cold Embrace. Weeha can just blink away. Perfectly timed on the refraction. Miracle jumps in, kills that fly. Is there a rebuttal? There's not. Ame's already gone down. Two heroes in the long-range shackle. Kuro from the hill. X-Nova can't move anywhere. FY's trying to get the big chase done, but they're just fighting back now, LGD. They're throwing corpses at Team Liquid, trying to repel them out of their base and keep the TI-9 hopes alive. As the Raktas, they will all go down. The Megas will come up from Liquid. And LGD, without Chrono, without Darkseer, SF, without a soul, they have to try and push back Team Liquid with the mass Serpentmore's down. The jump comes in. We's getting huge melt damage. Somnus, he's going to fall. That should be the game right there. GG! Team Liquid win against LGD. They have dropped one game in this entire lower bracket. It was in this series, but they fight back and get into their second TI Grand Final to go up against the defending champions, OG.
What a way to do it. That means we will get a repeat champion this year as well.
We will.
We will guaranteed get minimum
4.
Minimum 4 repeat champions this year. As the only player in the Grand Finals that has never won it before will be Weeha. He's been there though, but he has yet to win it. So they will get a little bit of time to rest, of course, before that long best of 5. But man, what a game to end it on for Liquid. They just played amazingly this game. I love the draft. The Wraith King pick was fantastic. It did everything it needed to do. They played the lanes well. They played the fights well. And LGD, they drafted something that was just too complicated in this game. Not to say they can't play hard things, but this lineup in this game, everything that needs to happen is just so unlikely to get the type of fights you're looking for. Liquid's way more straightforward, more options, more ways to play around the map.
As Kuro said in his interview yesterday, we're the best. He believed in his team. He picks them the solid heroes. Weeha, go ham. Mind Control, go control. And just push us through to 2-1 victory over LGD.
Yes, indeed. We now know our grand finalists for the International 2019. Team Liquid, winners of TI7, go head-to-head with the